You know, there's almost too many ways you could describe Elon Musk. A Bond villain with learning difficulties. A man who I believe genuinely has a high chance of being the first person in existence to leave a meme as a suicide note. Well, as we all know now, Elon Musk decided last year to buy Twitter, and he was in the headlines almost daily. Things have kind of calmed slightly in 2023, so I think this is a good time to take a look back at some of my personal highlights from what can only be described as an absolute apprentice task of a venture. 14th of April, Elon Musk offers to buy Twitter for $44 billion. Jesus, can we just take a second and try and imagine actually buying Twitter? It's like trying to buy the concept of narcissism itself. 13th of May, Elon puts a hold on the acquisition while he awaits clarification on the number of spam accounts on Twitter, demanding to know the amount of MILFs on the platform, exactly how many of them are in his area, and precisely what number are legitimately horny. 8th of July, Elon goes ahead and cancels the deal like the drunken ASOS order we all knew it was. Twitter responds by saying they're suing, the equivalent of ASOS emailing you to tell you that they're taking legal action after you try to cancel your 2 AM order of $44 billion worth of sheer combat trousers. Wow, take a look at them. Who would cancel that order? Woo! The 4th of October, after many back and forths, Elon Musk relents and he purchases Twitter for $44 billion. It turns out you can't just try and buy a multi-billion-dollar company and then back out of it when you realise you've made a complete arse of it. So he was left with two very clear options. One, spend $44 billion, or two, spend $44 billion and own Twitter. The 27th of October, Elon Musk walks into Twitter HQ holding a sink. No one is really sure why. The best guess is that some folks were saying he had thrown everything and the kitchen sink at the deal to make it work. So here he was with a kitchen sink. Look, I know you're confused, but this is genius level humour here. You wouldn't get it. This man specialises in sending rockets into space and developing cars that drive themselves, mainly into pedestrians. He then posts this video to Twitter with the heading, "Let this sink in," and changes his bio to read Chief Twit. Getting his I's and his A's mixed up there, I think. Oh well. The 1st of November. Reports leak that Elon is planning to charge users $20 a month for verification. Musk breaks his silence to say that that is absolutely not true. It'll actually only be $8 a month. He then says, Twitter's current lords and peasants system for who has and doesn't have a blue check mark is bullshit. Power to the people. Blue for $8 a month. We are clearly only about a decade away from charging a subscription for human rights. Like, yo, bro, could I borrow your human rights login details? I'm totally skint this month and I'm about to get waterboarded. I'd rather avoid that. Tell you what, I'll swap you my Prime login details. You can watch the new season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and you only have to do 4 hours a day in the labour camps. The 2nd of November. Musk loyalists post pictures of themselves sleeping at work to meet Elon's tight deadlines. Us, on the outside, we're horrified to see this, but really, this is just Elon Musk trying to impart his divorced dad powers to the rest of the team. You know, once they wake up, it's off for a Saturday afternoon Pizza Hut before dropping them off and crying in their mum's driveway. The 5th of November. Twitter Blue officially launches and the week descends into utter chaos as users who buy themselves a blue tick immediately change their name and profile pictures to those of famous brands, politicians, celebrities, creating mass confusion, seeing as, you know, we're all still used to the blue tick meaning the account is verified and trustworthy. Twitter Blue is suspended until further notice. It returns later in the year with added bans of ticks. You see, to solve the problem of impersonation, Elon introduced different types of ticks. So a gold check for companies, a grey check for government officials, and a blue check for individuals and celebrities. See, simple, you know, unless you're colourblind. An interesting way to solve this problem by a man who's, you know, not a huge fan of self-identification. And yet, ironically, my tongue has to self-identify as a gymnast just to pronounce his son's name. What happened to calling a child Deirdre? 19th of December, Elon Musk polls Twitter on whether he should remain as Twitter's CEO or step down. He says he will abide by the results, and the poll ends with 57.5% users saying that he should get to fuck. And this is all really just the tip of the iceberg. I've not even mentioned the unbanning of Donald Trump, the rebanning of Kanye West, the relaxing of hate speech policies, the firing of developers who dared to suggest that Elon's tweets weren't doing as well because, well, maybe people were just getting a bit bored of him. And then the most recent controversy where he publicly mocked a disabled Twitter employee before clearly being forced to apologise like the fanny that he is. Jesus, I'm surprised he can still walk after taking so many bullets to the foot. Look, in conclusion, you might think that this has been a complete failure for someone like Elon Musk, but look, Elon is smarter than you and me, okay? He's playing 4D chess. He has so many good ideas kicking about in his head that his hair literally grew back. And yes, that is scientifically how it works. That's why your uncle is in Berlin for the next 20 years, bald as a coot, because sticking condoms full of cocaine up your bumhole and trying to get through Tenerife customs is not a good idea. And I told him, but